This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Resolved. Senior Mark Peter, St. Joseph, Nagalama. First and foremost, my foster farmer came here and made the status quo very clear, and I don't think our good negators had it. Furthermore, the negators come here and give us a baseless argument without sources of information and talking about implementations without a house. She talks about examination orientation, examinations, ladies and gentlemen. An examination is given after to test what you have learned. So examinations are not a problem, as stated by the first negator. She talks about practical skills, ladies and gentlemen. Practicals are being given in universities. We have internships in universities. About communication skills, these skills are being given. For, like schools and universities, we have games, inter-university games, which is catering for the holistic education, which the first negator is talking about. That's why we, as the farmers, come make it very clear that we need to focus on preparation of students for jobs, which the universities are not doing very well right now. The universities are catering more on profit and commercial gain. Ladies and gentlemen, according to 20th January, the Daily Monitor 2019, lecturers at the prestigious university, Macquarie University, went on strike at the beginning of a semester, ladies and gentlemen. At the beginning of a semester, when parents have played their role of paying school fees, all what they're asking for, more salary. Ladies and gentlemen, these lecturers are supposed to teach people and educate them, giving them skills on the job preparation. That's why we, as a farmers, are making it very clear that universities are drilling away from and going astray from the activity of preparing students for jobs. But now what are they asking for? Commercialization, which commercialization has even affected parents. Parents are giving up to cater for their children because of the too much school fees, ladies and gentlemen. We as a farmers also notice the non-stringent rules and regulations at the universities, which is creating a laissez-faire and carefree environment at the universities. Take for instance, ladies and gentlemen, according to Daily Monitor of 20 September 2018, it stated that it's an open secret. An open secret, ladies and gentlemen, that attending of lectures by both students and lecturers is very minor. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we, as the negators, believe that we need to make mandatory lessons. With lessons made mandatory, students and lecturers will attend, and the students will benefit from the fact that they are attending lessons in particular for personal gains. Granted.
Honorable, I would love to request you to give us the statistics of the graduates you produce every year at Macquarie University compared to the jobs which are available today.
According to allafrica.com, the universities in Uganda churn out 400,000 job seekers. 400,000 job seekers. 63 of these are losing their job because of incompetency, as stated by my first farmer, ladies and gentlemen. Furthermore, the incompetent, the intolerant behaviors at universities, such as sex for marks, ladies and gentlemen. According to BBC.com, one Monica Nawiso, a student of journalism at Macquarie University, came up to accuse a lecturer who asked for sex in order to fill in marks that she had missed an exam. Ladies and gentlemen, this kind of behavior is the reason as to why universities have failed to put focus on preparing students for jobs. If lecturers are behaving in this way, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, these lecturers are not being handled. That's why we as the farmers are saying we need to focus on preparing students for jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, Uganda is a growing economy. We need competent people. It's not a matter of churning out very many people on the job sector who will lose their jobs after some time. Take, for instance, the Kampala International University, which is the leading private university in Uganda. According to Daily Monitor of 20th May 2018, it stated that there are 13 unaccredited courses going within the university, ladies and gentlemen. If 13 unaccredited courses are going within the university, which are not catered for, are not budgeted for. That's why we, as the farmers, say it's better to have few universities that are churning very good leaders, good potential workers, rather than having very many degree mills. With that, I rest my case.
Winston Churchill once in his speech said, "We are all worms, but I believe I'm a glowworm." So we as the negatives believe that we are glowworms. We are going to write to you about what we should do about this resolution, which states that this house believes that schools should focus on preparing students for jobs. We as the negators say that schools should not focus on preparing students for jobs, but they should focus on preparing them for job creation, whereby the affirmers are saying that we should prepare students for jobs, whereby we see that they will become only job seekers, whereby in Uganda we don't have enough jobs. We are having a problem of job scarcity. So why should we prepare students for only jobs? Why shouldn't we prepare them for job creation? They are saying that the schools, they are saying that so universities are no longer focused. They are always in strikes, and they are always in strikes, so they are not focused on preparing students for jobs. But why should you focus? Why do you want to say that they should focus on preparing students for jobs when we are seeing that they have been when schools should focus on preparing students for jobs, when we are seeing that they are focusing on passing exams? So this would mean that if we don't fix that problem, as our first negator has told us the workout plan, we should first fix that problem of preparing students pass just exams, and we first fix and we bring in the plan of preparing them for jobs. So we as the negators say that we should not prepare these students for jobs, but we should prepare them for job creation, because in Uganda we have scarcity of jobs. For example, according to the website of monitor.co.ug of 11th March 2017, we see that at least 9 in every 10 Ugandans who have completed any form of education are unemployed, which means that in Uganda we are in scarcity of jobs. In this we see that 8 graduates are there for one job, which is not fair. So we should prepare these students for job creation, whereby jobs will increase and these unemployed will also be employed. Granted.
Are you aware that Uganda was rated the most entrepreneurial country according to allafrica.com?
So I would like to inform you that according to the website of monitor.co.ug, we see that 8 graduates are there for one job. Now why should we still prepare the students for jobs to make them job seekers, which has been our problem in the country? Why shouldn't we prepare them for job creation? Dear Augustins and dear judges, we are seeing that preparing students for only jobs shall increase on our problem, shall increase on the burden of job seekers. So we as the negators say that we should prepare them for job creation, because the negators, the affirmers, are not informed that there is a problem of flexibility, whereby these students will be specializing, they'll be prepared for a certain job, and in the future, I would like to inform you, the affirmatives, that there is what we call artificial intelligence, which is growing up in our world, whereby, according to the new vision 15th March 2019, on page 32, we see that there are various types of artificial intelligence that have been developed over the years, and some of which include reactive machines, artificial intelligence, limited memory, and others. And these programs are used to perform different tasks depending on what the developer programs them to do, which means that these students who are preparing for jobs, they will lack jobs in the future due to this artificial intelligence. Why don't we prepare them for job creation so that they can create more jobs in the future? Dear August House and dear judges, we are seeing that if you create your own job, you will not have that risk of being chased away from the job, of being fired, as we are seeing those employees being fired out. But if you have your own job, you remain with your job for over and over. We see that if we create our own jobs, we are going to support the economic growth, whereby these companies created by these Ugandans will pay taxes. They will accumulate in our country. Dear judges and August House, we are seeing that we have the solution to the problem of job seeking. And that is preparing our students for job creation, not just preparing them for jobs. Dear August House, as Abraham Lincoln quoted and said, better be alone than in a bad company. We are not ready to take up the bad company of the affirmatives. We are already to take up the good company of the negators, which is preparing students for job creation. Thank you. I rest my case.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.